Can a small fruit really be the reason why you wake up 2 or 3 times each night? It may sound surprising, but for many older adults across Spain and Latin America, this is exactly what's happening. You finish your dinner, maybe enjoy a few slices of orange or a glass of lime juice, and go to bed expecting a peaceful sleep. But as soon as your body starts to rest, your bladder refuses to stay quiet. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 fruits that can gently support your bladder and help you sleep through the night. And also 5 fruits that may be silently making things worse. These are simple changes, but they can bring real relief. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you're watching this video from and what time it is right now. Please share it in the comments. Even a small moment of your day is really valuable to me. And if you find this content useful, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss important information like this. There is a silent frustration that many older adults feel but rarely talk about. The repeated need to get up at night just to urinate. You go to bed after a long day hoping for a restful sleep, but just a few hours pass before your bladder wakes you up again. And again, sometimes even when there isn't much liquid. Now you might ask why this happens more after age 60. The answer lies in the changes our body experiences as we age. As we grow older, the kidneys start to work a little slower, especially at night. Their ability to balance fluids and filter efficiently becomes slower, not weaker, just slower, but at the same time, the bladder becomes more sensitive, more reactive, even to small amounts of urine. This is where the problem begins. Even if only about 120 milliliters of urine builds up about half a glass, the bladder sends an urgent signal to the brain saying, "Wake up. It's time." In younger years, our bladder was more patient. It would wait until it was really full. But after age 60, the nerves around the bladder become more alert and less tolerant. They start to confuse a little pressure with strong urgency, and this is where what we eat and drink, especially in the evening hours, plays a role. Many common foods like citrus fruits, spicy pickles, or even too much coffee can slightly irritate the bladder lining. These foods don't harm a young, healthy bladder, but in older adults, they can reduce the control over urination and create an acidic environment. This acidic urine gently burns the lining of an already sensitive bladder, forcing it to empty earlier than needed. That's why choosing the right foods in the evening becomes so important. One simple fruit or drink can decide whether you sleep 6 hours or wake up every 90 minutes. The good news is that once we understand this mechanism, small changes in the timing and type of food can bring great comfort. Because sometimes, the path to better sleep doesn't begin in your bed, but on your dinner plate. In many Hispanic homes, the choice of fruit after dinner seems simple: a sweet banana, a piece of papaya, or maybe a few slices of watermelon. But what most older adults don't realize is that some fruits aren't just tasty, they can also support your bladder, especially when chosen wisely. After age 60, our body becomes more sensitive, our digestion slows down, our bladder becomes more reactive. And even a seemingly harmless fruit can bring calm or cause discomfort. Today, let me share with you 5 fruits that have been quietly helping many older adults sleep better, reduce nighttime urgency, and support urinary health in natural and gentle ways. Let's start with one of the most humble and reliable fruits in Hispanic kitchens, the banana. Bananas have been part of traditional diets for generations. In fact, many older adults remember their parents saying, "Eat a banana in the afternoon, it keeps your stomach calm." And there's deep wisdom behind that. Bananas are naturally low in acid, which means they don't irritate the bladder lining. For someone who frequently wakes up at night due to frequent urination, this can bring great relief. A medium banana contains about 400 milligrams of potassium. This mineral helps relax the smooth muscles of the bladder and reduces unnecessary contractions. Simply put, it helps your bladder stay calm when it's only slightly full instead of sending urgent signals to the brain. Many older people, especially those with mild blood pressure problems, also find bananas helpful because they provide energy without creating heat in the body. The best time to eat a banana is in the late afternoon, around 5 or 6 p.m., or 1 hour after dinner. Make sure it's ripe but not too ripe, and avoid eating it cold from the fridge. That can upset digestion in older bodies. Now let's talk about papaya. Papaya is often underestimated, seen only as a fruit for digestion, but it does much more. This orange fruit contains a natural enzyme called papain. Papain helps break down proteins in our food, making digestion smoother. Why does this matter for bladder health? Because when the stomach and intestines are light and clean, they don't press unnecessarily on the bladder. Imagine an older man in Madrid who used to eat heavy meals with spicy pickles at night. After switching to a light dinner followed by a slice of papaya, his bloating went down and so did his nighttime trips to the bathroom. Papaya also has a gentle alkalizing effect on the body. This means it doesn't create excess acid in the urine, which is important for older bladders that are often irritated by acidic waste. For older adults, a slice of ripe papaya about an hour after dinner can bring real comfort. Just remember, the papaya should be orange and slightly soft, not too ripe and not too green. Now let's talk about a fruit that is often ignored, the pear. Pears are soft, sweet, and naturally low in acid. They are among the most bladder-friendly fruits, especially for older adults dealing with both constipation and urinary urgency. One of the silent reasons why older adults feel the need to urinate more often is pressure from the intestines. Pears contain a natural sugar alcohol called sorbitol. Sorbitol gently pulls water into the intestine and helps with smooth bowel movements. In rural towns, older women often say when the stomach is happy, the bladder stays quiet. There's great truth in that. Eating a medium pear in the late afternoon can prevent nighttime bloating and reduce unnecessary tension in the lower abdomen. Avoid peeling it completely. The skin contains fiber, but wash it well and chew slowly. Next on the list is watermelon, a summer favorite in all Hispanic households. Now this may sound confusing. Watermelon is full of water. Shouldn't it increase urination? Yes and no. If you eat it at the wrong time or in the wrong amount, it can disrupt your sleep. But when consumed in moderation during the day, it can reduce inflammation in the urinary tract. Watermelon contains lycopene, a bright red antioxidant that supports prostate health in men and reduces irritation of the bladder wall in both sexes. Older adults, especially those with mild prostate swelling or early signs of infection, can benefit from this natural compound. The key is to eat watermelon in the first half of the day, ideally before noon. A small bowl of about 150 grams is enough. Don't combine it with other fruits or dairy. Eat it alone at room temperature and please avoid it completely after sunset. Now let's talk about guava. A fruit that quietly grows in many backyards but has powerful health benefits. Guava, when slightly firm and not overripe, contains large amounts of vitamin C. But unlike citrus fruits, guava has less citric acid, making it gentler on the bladder. It also contains compounds that help reduce mild inflammation in the urinary tract. A retired teacher in Andalusia shared how she began eating a medium guava at 4 p.m., 3 hours before dinner, and noticed fewer nighttime awakenings and less burning sensation when urinating. That small habit gave her back uninterrupted sleep. The best time to eat guava is mid-afternoon, and it should not be combined with milk as many older adults tend to do. Peel it if the skin is too thick and avoid adding salt or natural spices. So my friend, 5 simple fruits, banana, papaya, pear, watermelon, and guava can make a quiet but powerful difference in your sleep and bladder comfort. Each one supports your body in a different way, not with force, but with the gentle design of nature. And as you age, you'll realize that health is not always in medicine or tests. Sometimes it's on your dining table in a bowl of carefully chosen fruits. There are many habits we carry from our younger years, thinking they are still good for us. Eating fruit after dinner is one of those traditions in many Hispanic homes. It feels healthy, it feels light, but for many older adults, especially those over 60, this habit may be quietly disturbing their nights. What we eat after sunset affects not only our digestion but also how many times our bladder calls us during the night. And when it comes to fruit, not all are as gentle as they seem. Let's start with a couple of fruits often seen as healthy: orange and lime. In Hispanic homes, a glass of fresh lime juice after dinner is almost a ritual, especially in summer. We enjoy its freshness, its light acidity, and feel we are doing something good for our body. But few older adults realize that citrus fruits like orange and lime are rich in citric acid. This acid, although natural, can irritate the bladder lining, especially when consumed near bedtime. An older gentleman in Barcelona shared that he drank orange juice around 8 p.m. every day, thinking it would help him sleep well. Instead, he started waking up 3 or even 4 times during the night, always with a feeling of urgency. After he stopped drinking juice at night and moved it to lunchtime, the difference was clear in just a few days. You see, the acid in these fruits lowers the pH of your urine, making it more acidic. Acidic urine, when passing through an aging bladder, causes a burning or irritating sensation that then triggers the brain to feel the need to urinate more often. If you enjoy orange or lime, there's no need to remove them completely from your diet. Just enjoy them before 5 p.m. when your digestion is stronger and your bladder has enough time to recover before sleep. Now let's talk about a fruit that carries a tropical smile: pineapple. Pineapple is juicy, sweet, and a favorite in many Hispanic fruit salads. But beneath that sweetness is a powerful enzyme known as bromelain. While bromelain helps break down protein and is good for digestion, it also stimulates intestinal activity. This means your intestines can become more active than necessary, especially if you eat pineapple at night. An older woman in Seville shared how she often ate pineapple slices after dinner, hoping to relieve constipation. Although her bowels moved better, she also noticed increased pressure on her bladder around midnight, waking her up even before her bladder was full. The science here is gentle but clear. When the intestines become overly active, especially while lying down, the movement creates slight pressure on nearby organs, including the bladder. This pressure can lead to false urgency, making you feel the need to urinate even when your bladder is only half full. Now let's talk about grapes, small, sweet, and often kept in the fridge as a light nighttime snack. Grapes may seem harmless, but for many older Hispanic adults, they can cause hidden discomfort. First, grapes contain natural sugars that can start to ferment in the gut, especially when eaten late or on a full stomach. This light fermentation can cause gas, bloating, and pressure in the lower abdomen. A retired teacher in Valencia complained that although he loved purple grapes, they often left him bloated and restless at night. The pressure in his belly would push against his bladder, making him get up more than twice to urinate. Also, the skins of grapes are slightly harder to digest, especially for older adults with slower bowel movements. Undigested skins can produce more gas and lead to a heavy feeling. If you still want to enjoy grapes, choose ripe ones, remove the skins, and eat them in the morning or early afternoon. Another silent troublemaker is citrus juice blends, those fresh glasses with orange, lemon, and sometimes even fig mixed in. Each fruit taken alone in moderation may not be harmful, but when combined, especially after sunset, these highly acidic fruits can create a harsh environment for the bladder. For older adults, this acidic urine causes more than just discomfort. It creates a cycle of false urgencies, frequent urination, and interrupted sleep. Many people assume fruit juice is lighter than solid food, but in truth, juices deliver concentrated forms of acid and sugar directly into your system, often faster than the fruits themselves. Lastly, let's look at a fruit used more like a vegetable in Hispanic homes, the tomato. Tomatoes are rich in flavor and color, and we use them in almost every sofrito. But raw tomatoes, especially when eaten in salads or as slices at night, can quietly stress the bladder. The reason is a compound called oxalic acid. Oxalic acid can increase the formation of small crystals in the urine and lightly irritate the bladder walls. In older adults who already have sensitive urinary tracts, this irritation leads to the need to urinate more often. An older couple in Mexico City shared how they loved eating tomato and onion salad with every dinner. But when they removed the raw tomatoes and replaced them with cooked carrots or steamed green beans, they noticed their nighttime sleep improved without any medication. If you enjoy tomatoes, use them cooked in your sofrito and avoid raw ones at night. This small step can protect your bladder without changing the flavor of your meals much. So, dear friend, 5 simple fruits, when eaten at the wrong time, can disrupt your sleep even though they seem harmless: orange, pineapple, grapes, citrus juice blends, and raw tomato. They all have their place, but not after sunset. Because at your age, health is not just about what you eat, it's also about when you eat. Timing and awareness matter more now than ever. Sometimes a peaceful night starts not with a sleeping pill, but with the decision to skip just one fruit after dinner. In many Hispanic homes, eating fruit is seen as a symbol of health, a silent reward after meals, or a light snack between coffee and dinner. But as we age, it's not just the type of fruit that matters, it's also the time we eat it. According to traditional wisdom, our digestive strength starts to decline after sunset. This ancient truth still holds weight even in modern science. After nightfall, the body's ability to digest, absorb, and eliminate becomes gentler, slower, and more delicate. For older adults, this means any fruit eaten late at night may behave differently inside the body. Fruits high in water like watermelon, grapes, or citrus can increase fluid retention and put extra pressure on the bladder during sleep. Instead of bringing relief, they can lead to frequent urination, bloating, even mild acidity. To avoid such problems, a simple change in timing can bring great relief. Fruits that contain more water like watermelon, sweet lime, or orange should ideally be eaten before 5 p.m. Fruits that have a calming effect on the bladder like banana,